Hello all, welcome to yet another video by Power BI Panther. This is Kenny speaking, and in this incredible video, we will continue with the series that we have started. We'll continue with the second question. Um, just a recap of what we have done previously. We have gone through the first question, that is, how do pipeline value and deal volume change over time? And we created this chart and we saw what all insights we could get out of this. Now with that, we will start with the second chart. And we'll do the exact same thing. I'll open a text box. I'll put the second question in here along with the notes that we have created. Okay. Which industries and regions contribute most to the pipeline? This will be two. Okay. Which industries and regions contribute most to pipeline value and revenue? Bar chart. So this is the question, and we have written down that, hey, let's make a bar chart of industries and region versus pipeline revenue, pipeline value and revenue, deal count, and average deal value. We need to create something called average deal value. So let's do that. Let's first create the average deal value. So just so you know why we are doing that, let me just show you so that we are in the same page. Okay, so we will go with the industry. The industry so one way to search is, you can either open each of them and see where industry is. The industry is here, or you can just directly search industry, and you'll get that. Okay, this is your industry. So I've got industry here, and you just select it, and it'll automatically put it in y-axis because it knows that, okay, for a bar chart, I need one categorical column and one numerical column. So when I select a numerical column, it'll automatically put that in x-axis. See, count of deal ID. So now I've got this. I've got count of deal ID and count of I'll just show you the count of deal ID by industry. Now I'll remove this deal ID and I'll put value. Okay, and you see that, hey, technology has had the highest value. Now, where is technology? Technology is here. You see, technology is third in the number of deals and it's highest in deal value. Deal value. So what does that mean? It means that there are many deals in technology industry that have very high deal value, right? And financial services, it has low, like the count is low, but again, it's among the top. So first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch on the data labels, because from a client perspective, from a visualization perspective, you should never allow the client to have to do any guesswork. So if you didn't have data labels, he has to guess what this value would be, right? And he would see, okay, it's 300 million, so it's slightly above 300 million. But when I switch on the data labels, he understands, okay, it is 304 million. There's no guesswork there. So now this and this. Now I've got this. But um, now again, if I want to, now I understand the inference, right? That, hey, the per deal value of technology is higher than our education or logistics or retail and e-commerce and healthcare as well. Same thing with financial services. But I don't want to guess what that value is. So I want to calculate it. So let's do that exactly. And the way I'm going to do that is create a new column. A new column you will create when there is um, when every row will have a value. Okay, if every row has a value, it's a new column. But if if every row doesn't have a value, now this one, it is going to be a value for each industry, right? So if for each industry to have a value, it's not going to be a calculated column, it's going to be a measure. So what I'm going to say is average deal value, and this will be um, divide. Okay, so I want to divide. Let me just put it this way so that it's easier. Um, sum of count, right? I want to count. No. Or let me put yeah, sum of the deal value. So what's the name here? Deal value EUR. See, right here it is. Sum of this divided by, I want count of the deal ID, not the sum of deal ID. I want count of deal ID. And I want count distinct, right? I don't want just count. I want count distinct. So count distinct of deal ID. So fact, I'll go in fact deals because this is also in fact. So, and I say, okay, now, and I'll add that also here. So let me put this aside and control C, control V. So I'm removing this, right? And I've just put average deal value here. See, so now I immediately get, without having to do any sort of guesswork, I immediately get that, okay, the each deal in technology is around 0.18 million, and I'm getting a like expanded value as well, right? 179,846.23 euros, right? So that's how this is useful, and we immediately get what your average deal value per industry is. So what does this mean? It means that, hey, if I want to make a new deal and if I want to prioritize between multiple deals, I should prioritize technology deal of all, or the financial services deal. So now let me put insights, and this will be um, technology and financial services have uh, have higher average deal value than other industries, right? So this is a very straightforward insight that we are getting, and this is what is more important than how many deals have happened. So even though retail and commerce have, see, retail has more deals, it's not much, it's just 1882. It's slightly more than the others, but yeah, there's a huge difference between a retail and e-commerce deal versus a technology deal on average. Okay, so that's one insight. Now I have three different what's it called, visuals for this, and three visuals is a lot, right? I shouldn't have three visuals. I should have just one visual in which I can see all of them together. So how do I manage that? How do I make it such that uh, there's only one visual with all of these, the three together? The way we do that is something called your matrix table. Okay, so now in this table I'm going to have your industry in rows. In columns I'm going to have your count of deal. No, not deal ID. I'm going to have so if you want to change yeah, I don't have count of deal here. Move new quick measure, maybe new quick measure will do. Calculation, no, I'll probably need to create a measure out of this. Oh, wait, let me put that here in values. Yeah, count of deal ID, great. Then I have deal value and average deal value. Okay, so let me close this and let me remove these three. Actually, no, let me not remove them, but I'll just keep them aside so that you also see what is the use of that and what's the use of this. And I'll just put them here. So now this one, let me expand this. So I've got these three, right? And what I'm going to do now is I want to create bars out of this. So I'm going to cell elements, and here I'm going to say data bars. See, I get a bar there. Sum of deal, data bars, average deal, and data bars. So now, for if I want to sort it by average deal value, I'm sorting it, and I see that, okay, technology, all of them are in the same row. Now here, if it is retail and e-commerce, I have to search where retail and e-commerce is here and here. But here I don't have to search. All of them is in one row. So that way this is very useful. And you want to change the color, so you click on this fx, that is function, and you change it to a lighter color, right? Something um, that will not hinder our visibility of the number, right? So that's how simple this is. Same thing with this. And you can even change it as well. You can make it such that deal value is one color, count of deal is one color, and the average deal is another color. So that is this. So you've got, out of 1,001, 11,750 deals, you have all of these here. What is their deal value and what is their average deal value, right? So that is how this is useful. That, and what other insights can we get out of this? Hmm, well, it's straightforward that retail and e-commerce have more deals, but it's not so much that uh, it's that it should be called out for. There are some other visual elements that you can modify, like for example the column headers. Now see, you have all of this empty space, so I go here in column headers options and I say, instead of fit to content, grow to fit, so it grows to fit. And then if I want to increase, now see, like between technology and financial service there's very small space, so I go to grid, or layout and presets, and where is, oh yeah, here, options row padding, so 3 4, right? So this gives me more breathing space, right? It looks better. And I do not want the alternate thing, so I can either search all of them together, or I can just go here and I say, like, just type it here, and that does the same thing, right? So now this looks much more beautiful, doesn't it? So this is your second visual. um So what is my insight out of this? I guess, mm, when dealing with multiple deals, technology and financial services should be priority, right? So that is all from this. That's all. There's nothing else that we can get. See which industries and regions contribute. Oh yeah, so we did this with industries. Now let's just do this with regions. So I've just copy pasted it, control C, control V. I've removed industry and I've just put region, and voila. See, that's how easy it is. Now let's say I want country. So just remove this, remove industry, and where is country? Right, country is here. See, dimensions region. Let me put this region. It doesn't change anything. Yeah, so the sales rep are from only 3 regions, but the companies are from 4 regions. So this is how you get. And let me bring this here just to see what all are there. If you want to focus on a particular chart, you can click on something called the focus mode and see. Now here I want to see which country has more deals. France has more deals. Which country has have higher average deal value? France has highest. Lowest, United Kingdom. Which one has the lowest number of deals? It's Singapore. So this is good, right? This is good. So that is all from this video. I hope you got some good insight from this, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Take care and bye bye.